People show you only what they want you to see. I'm whispering for several reasons, the main reason being that my headache has come back again. So, okay, let me get to the story. What did I mean by the statement that I made? Once the photo pops up, this will be evident to you. Not too long ago, I reported to everybody about something until this year I'd never heard of on Tybee Island called Orange Crush. When predominantly students from HBCUs go to this island for spring break. So I got up from a nap, right? I had a headache. I have a bad headache, like a migraine almost. It's starting to subside. I'm going to even miss work on the 22nd, which is tomorrow, because I'm recording this on the 21st because my head hurts so bad. So I decided, hey, stay up for a little while, peruse the internet, because this headache's so tight I can't sleep. And I come across this image. See, this is the Orange Crush of 2024, where only 6,000 students in comparison to 100,000 from 2023 show up. That's a significant drop. That's the responsible ones who showed up with trash bags and cleaned. But two things that are observant of this story when it was reported in the Daily Mail. And mind you, this is a British tabloid talking about the United States. Two noticeable things if you were to find this article. Number one, this was not the photo that was at the top of the page. Number two, the photo that was at the top of the page started off as a video with several black chicks fighting. And all of them, because come on, they were black. The black chicks fighting. And tops were ripped off, and very few of them were still fighting. While their tops were ripped off and their breasts were exposed. Here's the thing. All of y'all who are on these beaches acting like this, you'll be the same people crying foul when no one in the corporate world wants you. Because see, the thing about it is, when you engaged in that and that happened to you, how are you going to cry foul when you willfully participated in the fight in a public space? Why are we losing sight of common sense that there is no expectation of privacy? See, the ones who cleaned up the trash are going to be the ones who are going to be the victors in the end, because they got caught on tape trying to be responsible and clean it up. Before I go into my main rant, I have to say that the authorities who were watching the 6,000, at least 6,000 students showed up, admitted that in comparison to the 100,000 that showed up in 2023, despite these few fights, there weren't significant amount of incidences to say that this was a bad event. That it was actually more successful when they closed down certain venues where the most fights take place. So then, my prediction is that it's 2024. By 2034, Orange Crush may not even exist anymore. Let's get to the heart of the matter, why the one telling sign that I think it's not going to exist. If you're having a big gathering full of college students, and in 1 year, It dropped from 100,000 strong crowd to 6,000. That means the measures they put in place. The object of the game was to act as a deterrent. Tybee Island was not playing. They want that whole thing to go away. And they're gonna find a way to make it go away. You can say that event is successful, but for me, the euphemism of successful means we're successfully shutting this thing down because we're tired of it. See, what should concern people is that when the Daily Mail reported this, they put the responsible students who actually was cleaning the beach, they put that photo down at the bottom, but put a whole lot of women fighting at the top and people cheering on and filming it. And I read the entire article. Hardly anything mentioning black men fighting, but plenty of black women fighting. And see, the reason that this is significant is because now they can play into the stereotype of your strong, black, and aggressive woman who can't be tamed. So because you did this on camera, this is how people are going to treat you accordingly. Don't get me wrong, this is a hard thing to say. But once you willfully participate in things like this in public, people are gonna have an opinion about it. Quit acting as if because you're gonna have a college education that this isn't gonna affect your future. That piece of paper doesn't give a license for people to hire you because people are trying to put up an image. A company, a brand is an image. And when you get out and do stuff like this, you've already eliminated yourself by default. Y'all gotta stop doing this old crazy stuff. And I get it. People aren't going to go to beaches on spring break and not dance and not do all that stuff because, to be honest, your other racial counterparts do the same thing. The article even mentions how people moved from Miami to Fort Lauderdale. Spring break isn't going away anytime soon. But that large drop at Tybee Island tells me Orange Crush is going away. That's my prediction. I'm being generous with these 10 years. I'm not trying to say that our people alone go out and make trouble, okay? But the fact that they put you as the front page story when they reported this. I've discussed propagandizing, even when your other racial counterparts do it. Why are they showing a big massive brawl of mostly black women? Think about that question.